continue with our lessons about sharing God's love and helping our community. So I have a question for you. Have you ever needed help with something but didn't want to ask? Have you helped your parents with cleaning the house, working in the yard, or maybe washing the car? I bet the answer is yes. Also, as Christians, how does Northaven serve our community? For example, some of the things that we do at Northaven is that we have food drives to help get food for people that need food. We have a care team that supports our members who are sick, and they may have certain needs like food or transportation. And we also have people that go on mission trips. So we want to serve those communities and help them rebuild their homes or teach. So we have a lot of things that we do as a church to serve the community and show God's love. We all need help at times. And that helps us build relationships and build our communities. And it shows people that we care and that we love them. So love is our faith word. And our Bible verse for this week is, love each other like the members of your family. So our story is about choosing the seven. The disciples needed help. The community started complaining because there was a lot of people that didn't have all the food that they needed. And the disciples didn't have time to help them. So they needed other people to step up. So they reached out to the community, and the community presented 7 people that they thought could help them in feeding the community that needed food. So that's what we're talking about today, is choosing the 7. Now, Mr. Tim's going to read you the story, and then we're going to have the video, and then I'll come back with a little activity that we can do. So, see you in a bit.
Our story today is Choosing the 7, and it's based on Acts 6, 1 through 7. As the believers of Jesus grew, many languages were spoken in the communities. Because of the lack of understanding, some people were not getting their share of food. The disciples decided they needed help to make sure everyone got what they needed. They asked the people to choose 7 believers who were wise and good people. The people selected 7 men who were respected by the community and strong in their faith. The disciples prayed for them and sent them to serve. The 7 ensured that everyone got their fair share. The community of believers continued to grow. I wonder, boys and girls, what can you do to make sure that everyone can receive what they need?
Hello friends, it's Carly. Let's wonder together. In today's story, the community of Jesus' followers were growing bigger. There were disciples who were different from one another, and they end up having to figure out how to be in a loving community. They all wanted to spread Jesus' love. Love is a closeness and connection that we feel with God and others. And when we let others help, we can do even bigger things together. But the community had a problem. They brought their problem to the original 12 disciples because they were the leaders of their community. The 12 disciples realized that they had too much work and they needed more leaders to help them spread God's love. They went to the community and told them to pick 7 leaders. These leaders needed to be honest, respected, and chosen by the community. The community chose them, and these 7 leaders helped the 12 disciples. They took some of the extra work so that the disciples could keep sharing the good news. It would have been easy for the disciples to try and do everything on their own because they were known as the leaders. Sometimes when we're leaders, we don't think that we should ask for help. We think that we have to do everything by ourselves. But when we realize that we don't have to do it all, we give other people a chance to lead and serve too. We all have a role to play, and everybody can't do the same thing. Think about it. If you were on a soccer team and everybody was the goalie, you couldn't play the game. The goalie's job is to protect the goal and make sure the other team doesn't score. That's really important. But you also need other players to run and kick the soccer ball up the field. When we realize every person is important in their role, then we play our best. Our Bible story reminds us that everyone has a role to play in creating a loving community. Now, it's your turn to wonder.
Oh, well, hey, boys and girls again. Okay, so we've heard about choosing the 7, and we've got 2 activities that we can do to really talk about that message. So, first of all, in your activity book, you have choosing the 7 is on page 19. And get your parents to help you work with you on this, because you're going to do some math problems. And then each number will have a letter associated to it. It's going to spell out a message for us. So for example, the first number here is 18 minus 7, the first math problem, which is 11. So if I look for 11 down here, I would see 11 is for L. So I would put L above the 11. So you want to do this with your parents and come up with the message. All right? The next thing you can do is remember the message, the story is about how we all need help, and the community needed help, the disciples needed help, so they had 7 men that they chose to help feed the community and meet their needs. So what you can also do is get a paper plate, and then cut out with your construction paper, cut out figures like these on my plate. And on the plate, you're going to write this message. Love each other like the members of your family, which is Romans 12:10. Okay? So that is our message, and that's our verse for this week. And then you can write on each figure how you are going to help the community. For example, you can say, I will give food and water to people in need. Another one could be, I can love and help my family. Another one I said, I can pray for others. And I will be kind to others. And the other one I have here is, I can tell others about Jesus. And I can give hugs. Okay? And then I can take care of the earth, God's earth. So have fun making your plate and how you can serve and help your community and help your family. And we'll see you there, and we're going to see you very soon in person.
Your voice is everywhere, in pictures and songs that hang in the air, to show us the way you love. And we sing along, and you're teaching us why you washed our feet. The greatest must become the least. 'Cause there's power in these things we do them to remember you, how we called out and you came through for us. Oh, we remember your love. You blessed and broke the bread. You gave us a way to taste what you said, 'cause you poured out everything, and you never wanted us to forget the promises we heard, and how you give and keep your word. So there's power in these things we do them to remember you, how we called out and you came through for us. We remember your